I'll shoot this one over to Andy.
Yep.
Website or no website? Pros and cons. Should I pay someone to do it myself, or on Squarespace, for instance, GoDaddy?
Yeah.
And do you feel that a website equals more sales? So should they stick to Instagram messages or Facebook messages, or direct straight to the website?
All of the above. Yeah, all of the above. You definitely need a website. You want to put yourself in the best possible position to get a lead and get a sale. And you need all the social medias and need a website to do that.
Yeah.
As simple as that. And you can build it yourself if you don't have the budget to get someone to build it. And it's fine. There's a lot of websites that do a lot of money and they build themselves through Wix and stuff like that. So it really just depends on who your target market is as well.
And what do you feel the benefits are? Because like I've spoken to you about Wix websites and stuff like that. What are the pros and the cons between someone getting a website made professionally by yourself,
or doing something on Wix?
Yeah, on Wix, and they flick it together themselves.
It's the cheaper option, obviously, is Wix, but I feel that you're very limited on Wix, and a lot of people, the people that know it's built on Wix, and I think you can't get that same. The purpose of building a website is to get a lead out of it. Yeah. The customer goes on there, they'll either leave, they've bought something, or they've learned something and they're going to buy something later on through retarget marketing. So the best way to do that is if you get a website built. Yeah. I don't believe Wix performs that well enough to get that. A website's a funnel. I don't think Wix is a good enough funnel to make a sale. Yeah. Personally, I don't think so. Yeah.
And you've got like the SEO aspect as well, and the reach.
So the SEO on Wix isn't the best. There is some plugins you can put on Wix to give you SEO, but it's not as good. So SEO is super important, as we all know. So you want to build a website with SEO. Yeah.
Does everyone know what SEO is? No?
So search engine optimization.
And that includes things like keywords that people are searching.
Yeah, so the problem with the event industry, and although it's great and user all in it, which is fantastic, the keywords are like $6-7 a click.
Yeah.
So what happens is on your Wix website, say you're running ads on Google for flowers, wedding flowers, whatever the case may be, those keywords are probably $7 a click. So when they're clicking on that, they go into your Wix website that may not convert. So you're wasting that $7 a click. Yeah, that's why everything has to be 100%. Yeah.
And so for the events industry, let's stay on florists. Could it be a simple, a website made professionally, but like a simple landing page that directs the lead to like an inquiry, for example? Yeah, like an inquiry form? Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Well, if you're not running an e-commerce store that's selling flowers, then that's pretty much your only option. Yeah. Is to get someone to call or contact you via the form. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And if you've got a shop, so like for Helen, she sells jewellery.
Yep.
Would you say that a Wix website or a professionally made shop?
You should always go a professionally made website. Yeah. I mean,
Shopify.
Shopify is awesome.
I've got Shopify.
Yeah, Shopify is great. If you know how to use it, it's fantastic.
It's taking me a while.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The good thing about Shopify, it's there's unlimited resources online to learn.
It's really
it's really great. And there's I have friends with some of the biggest companies, that do millions of dollars of sales a week on Shopify.
Okay, cool.
So it's definitely a platform you can use.
Okay,
for sure.
Great.
Yeah.
So it's just like finding that point of difference. And you know what? There might be 20 other people that don't, but that's fine.
Yeah.
That's all good. They found that calling elsewhere.
It's just a trial and error at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Once you know what works, you can build your perfect posting format from what works.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't always be trying to sell something,
Exactly.
Because not only do people hate that, but also Instagram deranks you when you do that. Same with Facebook.
Yeah.
Because unless you're paying to play, they don't care about you. Instagram and Facebook doesn't care about you. So.
Yeah.
If you're always trying to sell something, they're going to just derank you down and not see.
That ties in as well, because what's how they say you should do like call to action, value.
Yeah. So
a bit about you, like how you should plan like your squares.
Yeah. So for example, with your business, the jewelry business, one photo would be a right hook to buy my stuff. Another photo would be not buy my stuff, but this is how good my stuff is, like it's on you example. And the other photo will either be like it sounds stupid, but either a meme, like because that's engagement.
Yeah.
That's engagement also. Either that, or you got jewelry from like not a company in Australia, but something in America, like a big jewelry company. Like, look how amazing this is. Tag your friend who would want this. Yeah, exactly. So that's So that if you stick with those three,
that's I've sort of planned my Instagram similar.
Yeah. And then when people go on Instagram, it looks great.
Really good.
Yeah.
that preview app.
Yeah, you can test, see how it
plan,
looks.
you can see
Yeah.
how it looks.
Place
Preview's
the
awesome.
squares,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put a few good apps on that sheet of stuff you can do. So
Can I ask you a question about hashtags?
go for it.
Is on event space, if I put event space, I'm going to be ranked. I think people aren't going to find the button factory because there's a million event spaces. Is that correct? Is
There's,
that right?
there's a million, yeah. Well, the thing is, I don't know if you noticed, but Instagram's bring on something now where you can follow a hashtag,
Yes.
and that's helped a lot. But it's more that there's tricks though. So you can just say you've got your initial 10 hashtags you put in your post, then you want to keep. I normally keep about 30 or 40 hashtags in my phone, and then I break them up into 10 or 20 and put them in comments of my post, and then take them back out a day later, then put the other bunch in. And the reason I'm doing this is that if you can get in the search section, you know when you search, you push search and you're scrolling, if you can get into that, that's where the engagement is, that's where you get followers and leads. Because people are in there and they're looking at event-based hashtag for a reason. You know what I mean?
How many hashtags should you put in at a time? Because it fits 30.
In a post?
Yeah.
Oh,
so in the
it's-
comment section.
You don't want to look too spammy.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
so I sort of tend to like around the 10 mark. Yeah, because I hate looking. The word you just don't want to look spammy. You don't want to look like a robot. You know?
I'll
So
do spam.
yeah.
That's all the questions that were submitted, but does anybody else have any?
Is there, is there such thing as posting too much, like constantly, like
Not really.
being annoying?
If you're posting, yeah, but you know what? These days, that the algorithm on Instagram and Facebook is so good that not everyone's going to see your stuff anyway, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So
70% of what you post
Exactly.
on your Facebook shows
Yeah.
up in people's
Yeah.
newsfeed.
And
And
unless
unless
you're
more
paying.
story-wise more than
no, I think
posting-
stories fine because you set up as a business on your Instagram,
Yeah.
so you can see on your story who's clicked through,
Yeah.
or who's stayed, or who's gone to, you know. So just look at that data and see what's happening. You know, like
Yeah.
look at it over a week
Yeah.
and see where that's taking you.
Right.
Yeah, that's all I normally do.
Yeah,
People
so-
choose to watch your story as well. It's not
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
in their faces. So the people
Yeah.
that are interested in what you're doing and you feel like sharing, share away because people
Yeah.
make that decision for themselves. It's not
Yeah.
in their
If they want to
face.
watch it, they can skip
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah, they just swipe across and in your position too, it's awesome because people that love Harleys and love bikes, they're gonna look at it. Like,
Yeah.
They
like
want
if
to see
like
it.
I love cars, I don't get sick of cars.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
someone likes wedding dresses, they don't get sick of wedding dresses.
Yeah.
Even though they're not married yet, they still look at wedding dresses. You know what I mean? So like there's plenty of room for it. Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Any other questions? We've still got time, so ask away. Ask any questions. Now is the time. The guys are sticking around, ladies, and but ask away because you can all feed off of each other. It's the perfect time.
I'll just add, so in that cheat sheet I put, so I've put in the Facebook section, sorry it's not written out 100%, like it's sort of just there for information, but I've put in the Facebook thing about posting times. Now there's a link in there, obviously just type it in, and that'll bring you to a thing called Sprout Social, and you can look at the best posting times are. And what I've done with my first business was I'd post a certain time every day, and then the next week I'd move it around, I'd change it up over a month, and then after about 2 months I'd have the perfect posting time for that particular audience that I'm trying to target. So look, it takes months to really build a proper social media. Like it's not something you can do in a week, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But that's Sprout Social's really good.
But
Check
even
that
then,
out.
they've got to do the testing as well. I have a thought for the day that comes on every
Oh, yeah?
time, and I originally assumed 9 o'clock, start of the business day, was the best time.
Yeah.
But did some testing
Yeah.
and found that 6 a.m. was
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
time.
And it depends on your audience too, though, as well.
Yeah, that's
so you
right.
really have, and the season too. Like summer, everyone's up early.
Yeah.
Like winter, like
Yeah.
I'll still be sleeping. Like no, I'm joking. But, yeah, you want to, yeah.
Can
So
I tell you though, the funniest thing was when Facebook went down recently and Instagram went down recently, the amount of, I didn't even realise that many people were looking at my thoughts for the day. Do you know how many messages I got on email?
yeah, where are they?
Why
Where are
don't you
they?
put it up?
Yeah.
I'm like, hang on a minute, that's
Yeah.
got nothing to do with me, Facebook's down.
And I just want to quickly touch on that as well.
Yeah.
So with posting, like for your jewelry thing as well, like do you make them yourself or?
No.
Yeah. So for example, if I was a flower, if I was making flowers and for weddings and that, like I'd put tips and tricks on how to maintain your flowers.
Well,
And that
I
gets
still know
shared
how to
and stuff
make
like that too?
jewelry and
Yeah,
how
yeah.
to maintain the longevity of the
Yeah. So
protect them.
yeah. So that
Yeah.
so that itself becomes a post.
And it's
You
a
can share
non-sales
everywhere as well.
post. Yeah.
And also on your website too, you can put a blog post. So I just started a painting website recently, and I put a blog post how to maintain your freshly painted walls. And
then
those,
look quite.
yeah, no, the whole post, the blog, so it's like 500 words, and it's keyword heaven for Google. you know. So when someone clicks on that, well, what's this alpha painting? Oh, where are these guys? You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So blogs for websites are really good. I'll
Really
look
good,
at doing
really
that
good.
one.
People,
Yeah.
people probably would never even see it. It's a lot of it's for
all down there,
Google.
Get to your
Okay,
website.
All of it's for Google, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.